everyone.
Hello.
We are here to talk about KOR-DRATH. Join us on this adventure as we murder some evil skeleton lords and fight barbarians.
Yes.
Yes. Here's my voice to talk like that. Hello.
Hello.
That is a cool mug you got there.
Isn't it great? I love it. It's so cute.
It's so cute.
It is.
The mug o' death.
It's so pretty.
It's
the best. Yeah. Yeah, it was my wine mug, but I'm trying to not be like a wino at an early age. So I'm drinking coffee now. I am drinking coffee, everyone. I'll have you know.
Okay.
I'm drinking coffee at 10 p.m. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show, Andy and Dennis.
Yeah.
It has been a while. But it's good to be back.
I haven't seen you since Heroes Con.
Yeah, which is actually not that long, but it has been a while since you've been on the channel. So
yeah,
but yeah, I just saw you guys last month at Heroes. That was great.
Yeah,
it was. It was, and your buddy Hyper Wizard, he was on the other night. It gave out a shout for his book and everything. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, you got his book too. He premiered Carnal. The Carnal is the barbarian sketchbook. That was I heard cool. You got a copy and you liked it. Yeah. Look, us fantasy creators shall unite. All of us by our powers combined.
when can we expect that to go to premiere? Do you know, or
has he told you?
I don't know. I know
he said something about it. He did mention I think the fall.
Oh, right. He did say he wants to launch October 1st because Bancroft's doing the Cocktober thing. So that's the plan. We'll see.
Cool.
We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
He's in the chat. Look at that. October 1st.
Hey, October 1st. Look at that. So Carnal the Barbarian. Launching October 1st.
About him.
Right, yeah. You summoned him. Yeah, Spidey sensor. Someone's talking about me. Oh my.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yes.
Feel it in my bones.
Spidey powers. Jake's an American wizard now. Yeah. He's got an. Apparently, he aspires to move to America. That'll be fun. Mm-hmm. Escape.
I don't like moving. You know, shortest move my wife and I ever did was literally 1.5 miles. And that was awful. I couldn't imagine moving from across the pond.
I've moved from Taiwan, of course. Actually moved back and then to Taiwan. And then I moved here and I've also moved to Texas and moved back. I will tell you, I definitely don't have the energy for it anymore. That's like something you do in your 20s. I don't even know. I don't want to move. It definitely
depends on how much stuff you have. Like with Dennis and I, he's been married to his wife a few years longer than I've been married to mine. But we both have acquired about the same amount of crap if you go over to our respective houses. And I just look around and I told my wife, I'm like, no, you don't understand. When we move out of here is when I'm like, okay, time to super downsize, selling off stuff.
So you realize you have to realize
a lot of my stuff.
We've moved 15 times. And the first 12 times we moved ourselves. So me, my friends, even across country, it was a pain. Now the last 3 were corporate moves where we actually got movers. But I said after this one, when we bought this house, I'm like, don't care what happens. We're staying put, and I'm not moving until I retire.
Yeah, I have moved technically 14 times in total because I moved once a year because, I was just renting and then roommate situations change. You got to go. Rent goes up. You got to go. It's terrible. Yep. And I used to like, it's so exciting to live on the go. And I own like nothing. My most prized possession was my drawing table, because I'm sure you understand it.
Yep.
And like,
Sure.
I had to keep my comics, but everything else was like, I don't care. I slept on the floor. No, I have a house. I want to just stay here. I'll stay here until I can invest and buy my dream home up in the mountains, away from everyone, and that's it. I don't want to move anymore.
There you go. Yeah, my daughter moved to and from Korea twice. So it's hard to take stuff, you know, when you're doing that. You know, you basically have to get rid of most of your stuff because it costs too much to haul it. So you buy everything over there and then you ditch it and then you come home and rebuy stuff.
Yeah, that's
I really couldn't imagine moving, you know, across an ocean, because if we just were to move everything, well, when we moved into this house 11 years ago, we filled up and you know, we use movers, but it was, you know, a standard size 18-wheeler truck was filled up, you know. So whatever that is, 28 feet, whatever a standard 18-wheeler is,
that's a lot. I mean, but if you have like right, if you already have furniture and books and collectibles, then it's that now that I have, you know, all that stuff, I wouldn't want to move it. But when you're in your 20s, you kind of just buy cheap furniture and you don't care. But I think
just the comics and stuff like that, we had a problem the last couple of times because movers do not want to ship comic books because they don't want to be responsible for if something happens to them, because most everything they move is, if they damage it, it's based on weight. And they were like, yeah, we don't want to touch comic books. So I literally had to take my most valuable ones, my X-Men and some of my other ones, and actually move them myself. I thought you said
most valuable.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, but why'd you say X-Men then?
Because they are the most valuable. They suck nowadays, but they are still the most valuable comics.
It's true, but the most valuable X-Men could fit in a long box. How hard is that?
It is not a long box. It is 7, 8 times 2, about 16 long boxes of X-Men.
Oh no, now you're just way overvaluing that crap.
No, well, it's X titles. All my X titles.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
New Mutants isn't worth anything, Dennis. Just burn them.
It's on New Mutants. 16 long boxes of it.
Well, it's a good thing Vaughn isn't on here, because you know he was just talking about.
No. I don't want anyone touching my comics. I know people who have or are making big moves, and the good thing about international flights is it's a pain in the ass, but you can get jumbo suitcases. So this is what I did when I moved. It was just you can pack. I once packed a computer, like a desktop computer, and all my favorite books and my most prized art supplies in like 2 jumbo suitcases, and my clothes are like 1 backpack. But everything else is comics and the computer, and you just like pat it and fly with that, because I'm not letting anyone else touch that. But that's the only way, because I would be terrified. I wouldn't let a moving company take that either.
For guys, you know, clothes are cheap. I mean, if it was me, and I'd be like, yeah, I just need like a week's worth of stuff, and then I can just rebuild the clothing, no problem, because I can just hit a Target and be like, oh yeah, that's good. I'm good. Jeans, few shirts.
Lucky. Hey, Dean. Hello.
The Dennis's shirts don't weigh much because they don't have sleeves. So
Dennis and his signature sleeveless look.
His sleeveless shirts. I mean, you know, that cuts down on weight. You take all those shirts with no sleeves.
That's exactly. Even his winter coats are sleeveless. He just like customized.
Yeah.
What's this?
So that it's an older picture, but it'll give you the sense of just the comic books moving them. Not to
that room's a mess now. He wishes it looked that good.
Yeah, well, I've got more than that now, but I've run out of room. That's the problem. So I'm actually don't know what I'm going to do, because the roofs you can see are slanted. And I can't actually put another set up there.
You should have an architect come out and an engineer and see what it would cost to straighten up those roof lines.
Too much.
That's the best solution. Do you have shelves in there now? Because you can get big industrial shelves and just like.
Well, no, because these are the drawer box from the drawer box company. They're the best on the market, and so those aren't log boxes; those are drawers. They pull out, they stay in place, so you can just sit there and flip through them. And all my stuff's alphanumeric and things like that, so I know where everything is. The problem is when you run out of room, you know. My boxes are pretty.
I don't know.
Yeah, John's long box. He's got a lot of them.
Kevin says you need a center aisle.
Yeah, you can add 2 more aisles.
Just think, you could do a center aisle all the way up to the ceiling, and then you could get one of those rolling ladders.
Yeah, glue some boxes to the ceiling. There's your extra storage.
Well, I was going to use the alcove. I've got an alcove over here, and I was going to use that, but I wound up getting some giant Starship Enterprises, the Tomy ones and stuff, and that display got changed to that. So I no longer have the space to do that.
Oh, it's a bummer. Yeah, I see the long boxes. Look at that. Yard sale, all that. I see the boxes behind Andy, too.
Yeah, those are drawer boxes. But I don't have nearly as much as him. I only have, 25?
The nice thing is you can stack these 5 tall so you can still pull the bottom ones out and utilize them.
Yeah.
But with the slant, my other house I could fit 5 tall, but I can't here, so it's kind of a bummer.
Just start commandeering the rest of the house. I'm sure your family.
You could just put short boxes on top of those long boxes. Think about that. Yeah. With that angled roof, you could just do a line of short boxes across.
But yeah, I just have no room. Like you can see behind me, I've got bookshelves of some of my stuff here. I've got my swords and stuff over here. And then from there on, it's comics all the way down. And, my piano's over here. And this is all storage for my comic stuff. So I've got nowhere else to go.
I mean, you have the rest of the house.
Guest room in that house?
Yeah,
well, okay, so Rini, don't joke about that. If you meet my wife, so I do have a reading room downstairs. Oh, boy. That is also completely full of display stuff.
Oh,
boy.
See, it's really weird in Dennis's house. Like, I don't, usually if you come over to my house and look around, like all my stuff's up here. But inside the actual house, you'd have no idea what I do for a living because my wife, it's mostly her stuff all over the house. Dennis's house is just the opposite. Like, I feel so bad for his wife because she has no room to show anything. It's all Dennis's crap everywhere.
I hate to say that he's right because I usually don't like to tell Andy he's right about stuff, but it is. So, that is my reading room downstairs, so you can see. I've got some of my my statues and things like that down there. Here, I'll see if I can't.
Dennis's wife is like, Dennis, I just got this new Hummel I'd like to put out, and he's like, nope, no room. Put it away. Go sell it. Sorry.
Travis says you need a second house. I agree. I guess you just need to buy another one.
Yeah. Just get a second house for the backyard. Get a tiny home in the backyard, and then you can just put all your crap there. Oh, that is so clean compared to what it looks like now. It's not even funny.
I know these are old pictures. I do have way more than this. And I've got the bookshelves continue all the way around and stuff like that, and I've got pictures. So I've actually got the reading room chock full of my stuff. All the large, like the giant Jim Lee X-Men hardcovers and artist editions, stuff like that. That's all down behind the chair down there on the big shelves and stuff. And I do hate to say it, but like even in the bedroom, I've got some original artwork and hanging up on there. And yeah, I do feel bad. Now, you saw the precious moments. That's the only thing my wife collects is those 2 little shelves of precious moments. and they're
Those
no
two
longer
little shelves
there.
in the whole house. Dennis, I got this new family portrait I'd like to get hung up that we had the photo taken. No, I've got art prints hanging up. We don't need family photos.
Well, the family stuff is when you walk in the front door, it's all family, the entire dining room. We've got tons of family pictures. But yeah, I mean, even up above, like you can't see it here. I've got all my Star Trek, the 1979 blueprints hanging all right here. I've got different ones. I've got Galactica. You kind of saw them on the thing, but I just have no more room for artwork. I'm kind of out.
Dang.
I know.
Yeah, just hang them on the doors. Build the shed. You could just, lend it to people. Let Andy keep some of it. He'll hold on to it.
Hell no, I'm full back here.
No, I have good stuff like X-Men and Star Trek. So yeah. I would never give him good stuff like that.
Some people in chat are volunteering to hold on to your comics for you. I'm sure they're trustworthy.
Where do you keep your enchanted weapons and armor? Actually, I think you can see them.
Do you have swords? What swords do you have?
One he needs to sell to make room for comics.
Give me a second.
No, you don't. Sell them to me. I want more swords.
You can have them. I'm talking for Dennis. You can have them.
Yay, thank you. Fiendish, I do. My living room is, you guys have seen my living room because it's in that little interview video. Yeah, it's just decked out with Fiendish stuff. It's like the most hilarious thing. It's a bed sheet. My pillowcases are Fiendish. The bookshelves are Fiendish. And my whole house has my own merch. I'm so vain. But I love my comics. Yeah. I do have some other art lying around. But yeah, mostly, let's see. I've some stuff. A couple things. I have some stuff from Traeger. So. That's about it.
Yeah. No, I keep it all up here. I mean, there's a few things in the house, but that's fine. So.
You're like a normal person. I don't have space. I have like a little dollhouse. Oh, look at that. Hello, Spaceman. What's up?
I do have, this is one of the old original masters. You can see it's got its age. It does make the sound. The newer swords today are so much cooler. But when you do hit, it makes the noises and the stuff. It is pretty cool. But some of the lights are starting to go out. So I will have to find out if they're fixable or not. So I do have one lightsaber. That's the only one that I've got.
Oh boy!
The one that I wear with I've got a rapier because this is what I use for my Renaissance Fair costume. So it is.
I like that. I like that handguard. That's nice.
Yep, and it is because with the basket hilt, it does protect very nice. So what'd she say?
She's getting her swords. This is why we couldn't go to the Trump rally, because you want to bring your stupid swords. And I said, no, they won't let you bring them in, Dennis.
They did have the big rally in there. And then this one is a little bit different. This is a demoness sword. I'll see if you guys can take a look.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes. This one is sharp, but it is not. This one is not usable in terms of I wouldn't actually fight with it. I have one that I'm not bringing up. That is the one. It's a 440 stainless. That is the ones we used to fight with. The actual
Oh.
Yeah, I know you've got a good audience too. So
weird, Dennis. When I asked you to sword fight, it was totally different.
No comment. That's very nice. Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. I like swords, but I have a very small collection currently. But it's because I decided I like nice stuff. Oh, look at that! Hold on.
So
don't unsheath it. You gotta draw blood. You better cut yourself.
No. This isn't new Star Wars. Jedi don't do it. This one actually is sharp, and It is usable.
Hey, slice your palm like they do in the movies. I want to see if it actually hurts.
This one also has the dagger.
Oh, look at that. That's so cute. I want that one.
It is functional. So, you know, some of mine are not. So I do have a few of them. So Rini, you should be happy at least because even on our channel, people have been asking and I haven't shown them. So this was the first time they were shown. It was on your channel.
Yay! Well, thank you. You guys all know that if someone brings up swords, I will ask, and I will ask you to show swords because you can show swords on streams. Some people you can't no firearms, but you can show swords and crossbows are fine. I have shown my crossbow. That's totally fine. I do have a crossbow.
You have a crossbow?
I will not. Yeah, nice. It's super cute. It's gold.
Ooh, what kind of crossbow? Hand crossbow, light crossbow. What are we talking?
It's the smallest, weakest one that I can actually pull.
Okay, but it's a full size crossbow. You know, it's not
it's small. It's a hand. It's a hand crossbow. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is functional. It is functional. It is quite usable, and I like it a lot. But this is like the one proper sword I have. Of course, it's a Viking sword. It doesn't have an elf belt or anything on it, but it is quite hefty. It's I guess it counts as a broadsword. It's one of those Norse style swords. Yeah, here you go. And it's hefty. Like it's hard for me to. Oops! I just like I hit my bandage. Yeah. But yeah,
good thing that's your house.
Nice.
Is it sharp?
I'm free to destroy it. It's half. Yeah. It's not completely sharp. It's like it's like halfway sharpened. But yeah, I should sharpen it and take it out to yard and chop some things. And I have this is it's very pretty, but it's gotten kind of dull. I'm not sure what's wrong with the blade. It's supposed to be Damascus steel, so I need to find some kind of. I tried polishing it with some sword care oil or stuff that I already have in WD-40. It's not working. But anyways, it's Damascus steel, just a little dull right now. This hilt is super beautiful. I love it.
Oh, that is
and
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. If you look closely, it's like all ripply and now, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a little.
Kind of reminds me from D&D, the Grot sword, the deity sword with all the waves and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I love Damascus steel. I need to get more of these. But that's about it. I also have a machete, a gladius machete, which is very nice.
I don't know what that means. I know what a machete is. I don't know what a gladius machete.
Oh, a gladius is a Roman sword.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Here you go. This is hidden in my art room. It's like this. These types of Roman swords.
Oh yeah.
And this was really cool. I just got it on like Amazon or something, but they sell machetes that are shaped like historical swords. So, here you go.
Is it sharp?
Whee!
Is that one sharp?
Yeah. It is a functional machete, and I have used it to clear my yard. And
oh my god, I was gonna say, so do you let the grass go real high and you go out there and just start whacking it?
Yeah. That's totally what I do. No, I've murdered a few bushes with this, indeed, but just a couple.
Cool.
They were bad bushes.
I had a few characters from Dark Sun that had those. Loved them.
Yeah.
I almost bought a two-handed one of the great swords for my Highlander costume, and they've really gotten tough at the Renaissance fairs and stuff. And I was like, man, it is so heavy. Do I really want to have this thing piece-strung strapped to my back the entire day, trying to sit in bleachers? And I passed it up. I'm kind of glad I did.
I can vouch for that. You can't stand for 15 minutes without your back hurting, so I can't see a sword
on it the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of walking there. They got real nervous when I took my Viking sword to the Ren Fair, and I'm like, it's a Ren Fair. Like, I can't be the only person who's brought a weapon. You guys are they're all
you can bring them
in a bright orange yarn or like hand tie thing, whatever.
So I've got a musketeer outfit, and it was one of the Cardinal's guards. So I actually have it's plastic, although it looked pretty realistic. they wouldn't let me bring in the gun because it is too offensive, and it was too. They're like, yeah, we can't do guns. I'm like, it's literally a plastic toy. You can feel it, and even that was. And I was like, okay, so I'm just done bringing weapons now.
Yeah, that's silly. That's silly. Well, anyways, speaking of swords and fantasy and blood.
Yeah.
You guys wanna know what we're talking about today? We're talking about KOR-DRATH, where there's a lot of swords and fantasy and blood. And axes too, and battle axes.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yes, mostly more battle axes than swords, more axes and fireballs. But yeah, let me get that pulled up. KOR-DRATH 2 is now live on Indiegogo. I do have one over here. I have the artist edition.
There you go.
Yes, I very much do enjoy. This is a very, very beautiful book. And I'm glad that 2 is out. So why don't you? I'll let you guys have the floor. I'll pull up the campaign and let you guys tell everyone what is KOR-DRATH all about and who are you guys?
Sure. KOR-DRATH is, well, I mean, Dennis, you want to explain the story? You can do that, and I can talk art or vice versa, whatever.
Yeah, no, guys, KOR-DRATH, this takes place just a short time after the wrap-up of the first grade issue. And, they realized after the first issue that there's a bigger game afoot. And you get introduced to some of the really cool characters. And you are going to see more of Necronite, Lilith the Succubus, Adriana, which is KOR-DRATH's girl from another tribe. And of course, KOR-DRATH is the last of his tribe since it got wiped out in the first book. And you get introduced to Vordum the Undying, and then you realize you get to actually see him in this book. So there's a lot more story as it continues on there on having to ravel mystery, travel to new places, unlock more powers and stones in order to, power up Grimblood, his magical axe. You get to see a lot more magic. There's brand new cool monsters. They will travel to another dimension. For those in the D&D, you're going to know what it is. And there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to happen in this book. Brand new monsters that that are created from the ground up, so you won't find them in any source book ever. And you guys are going to enjoy the heck out of this continuing story.
All right. And Kevin Ryan asks, can I play KOR-DRATH in a role-playing game? Asking for a friend. Well, funny enough,
yes.
I believe you can.
Yes, you can. Dennis, the first book we did had a game module. This book has a brand new game module that Dennis is working on. It's a totally different story than what is in the graphic novel itself. So even if you're not into the role-playing game, it's still a different story to read. And so that's part of the campaign, along with we're doing a minifigure of KOR-DRATH as well. 2-inch version, 3-inch, and 5-inch version of it. The various covers and such. There it is right there. We got one fully painted by our buddy Chris Thacker. Painted one up that Dennis has in his little hand.
Yeah,
right now.
Look at
That's
that.
the 5-inch one.
Cool.
Yeah, he did a really good. He did a great job painting it. Yeah,
he is amazing. He's got all the different techniques down, and he nailed it with the color schemes. And look at that, even his Red Lion tattoo, he did all of that. I said, so he's so good, so good.
Yeah.
So yours, when you order them, they do not come painted. You have to be able to do that yourself. But even the little ones, for those of you that play D&D, there's the nice little one that you can play if you just want to pop them up into your campaign. And yeah, they turned out fantastic.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, that's very exciting. And the characters are statted out in, I guess they're D&D stats, but they're compatible with all the D&D.
Sure, they're in fifth edition. That's on there, and boy, that's a whole nother topic for a thing. The whole new D&D 1 stuff coming out and what they're doing. Oh my God! For the new set, we are not moving into it because it will now cost $240 for the core books now.
What?
Yeah,
why? I mean, but it doesn't seem like they're improving anything either. It seems like they're just dumbing the game down more and more. I'm like, why would I want to play this? Like, I went over to Pathfinder because I thought 5e was like a baby game, and now they're just dumbing it down more. Shouldn't you be trying to win back players who left? Like, anyways, doesn't matter. I'll stop. We're not here to talk about that.
But like the first one, the first module, is very reminiscent of, the old late 70s, early 80s books. So this was the first module, very reminiscent of it. The 2 columns, if you see little squares, that's what you would read to your players and stuff. It's got all the stats. It is done in 5th edition, and you notice this was number 1. This was the basic edition box set red. The new one, Demise and Dracomort, will be the blue from the expert box set. So yes, you can sense a theme coming in, and but I'm going to keep it with the old retro style, even though it will be 5th edition. A lot of guys that I talked to, some of them played it in Pathfinder 1st edition, some of them played it in 2nd edition, 1st edition. These are so easy to convert over. It literally took them 30 minutes. They switched over the monsters, and everything else is just fine. They loved it. Got a lot of feedback on it.
Woo! All right. Yeah, I like hearing that. And also, we have a Bogan raid. Hello, Michael Desjardins. Josh has emotional damage Bogan raid. I don't have my emotional damage clip anymore because that guy was going around striking people. But emotional damage, Hikazu. There's Andy. Oh right, if you missed the artist edition, is that available on?
Yes, the artist edition. Everything from basically the first campaign's available as an add-on, just in limited quantity because we only have so many. So
right.
Yeah, these don't. Perfect. None of this goes back from the first one. None of it goes back to print. So what you see available is what we have extra from what we printed.
All right. So get on this now. And Michael Bancrofto, hello. Thank you for the raid. And welcome, everyone. Michael. Yes, we're talking about KOR-DRATH, The Awakening, and this is book 2 after The Reckoning. That was book 1 and is live now on Indiegogo. So everyone go check it out. The link is pinned in the description and also in the comments. So back it now, and hello, Camel's also here. What's up? Holocron Library is here. Uncle Roger. No. It's the emotional damage. That one. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I heard. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to misspeak.
It's not worth chancing it. Yeah.
It's not worth chancing it. Yeah. I heard. It's a rumor. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't want to chance it.
Yeah, we had the artist edition at Heroes. And I assume that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, we had
pretty much everything at Heroes. Yeah.
Yep, everything from The Reckoning. We had at Heroes, and we've got a few things left. So if you see us at shows, you can get them there too.
All right. I know you. Right. Yeah, I do have to pull that up. So let's see. You got a lot of other stuff. What was the KOR-DRATH? It's just KOR-DRATH.com, right? KOR-DRATH.
What's that? The website?
What's your KOR-DRATH website? Yeah.
The website's KOR-DRATH.com, yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Just like it's spelled. Yeah.
All right, let me get that pulled up too. So we can take a look. I am a huge fan of when people have their own websites. I think that looks super professional, and it's very it's like a landing page for your comic project when there is a campaign, right? So I really like seeing that. You kind of have like an overview of the full series, especially a ongoing series like this. Now, how many? You're on book 2. How many books is KOR-DRATH in total?
This storyline is slated for 4.
Okay. But I mean, it can continue,
to the
obviously.
end of the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artist edition is awesome. Yes, I agree.
Thank you.
So you have this arc is for, but this is probably something you can continue creating if people like it.
Oh yeah, of
Ongoing, right?
course. It's like
Cool,
anything.
cool.
You just
The
keep it
world,
going.
the Shattered Reach, with you know, it's actually a large world. We'll get exposed to it, you know. So you know, I know Rini likes maps. So when you look at the map, everything is taking place right here in the Mirador Mountains. And they will be doing some traveling in future ones to other places, but this is all we're focusing in on. We have an entire world that we can create, all new stories for, new races as we get introduced to, you know, the typical elves race. There's the whole folk, which are kind of like halflings, but then you also get like the camellia, which are the camel people, which you'll get introduced to. And you know, there's a whole giant world that we've built out, so we can do stories through all of that. But for this part, we're just focusing on KOR-DRATH and the barbarians.
All right. Yeah, I like that. I like my world building. I like expanding my stories. I hope you guys do continue after book 4.
Yeah, and there's you know, it's like an onion with layers being peeled back. I was working on a couple flashback pages today for this new book that, you know, introduces new stuff to the backstory and whatnot to help build it out more, and so people can learn more and stuff. So
and there's a lot to it. So you know that there's 11 tribes. You've only been introduced to a couple. Well, you get introduced to a few more, but then you can start understanding the history of the tribes and what they went through. And there's a lot of cool world building in there for you barbarian fans. So yeah, you'll like it. And each book will keep peeling and adding a lot more to the world building process.
All right, that's what I like hearing. And I mean, with the whole barbarian clan structure, it sounds like you have a lot of material to explore, even if the story isn't about KOR-DRATH. Even I guess the title is what this one character. How should I ask this? If you do expand beyond the first 4 books, do you have a plan to?
Would it still be called KOR-DRATH if KOR-DRATH wasn't in it? You mean?
Yeah, or do you plan on sticking with KOR-DRATH? Like he goes to see the world, or is that spoilers?
You know, we can go any direction after the KOR-DRATH series. A lot of it will depend on what you guys like. So if you want to continue with KOR-DRATH, or if you say, hey, we would really like to see this type of a story. Okay, you know, because there's human pirates. We could do pirate ones. We could do something with the different types of magic, because, you know, magic is completely different in this world. Maybe you guys are really up for a magic type of a story. Maybe you want to focus in on particular races. If we get a lot of feedback of a particular area, you know what? We could do something completely different, but still set in the Shattered Reach.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see. And let's go back to the Indiegogo. But for now, the most important thing is this campaign over here.
Yes, it is.
Dun, dun, dun. I'll just play the trailer. Let's play the trailer, then we can go through the campaign and take a look at all of the goodies that you have on there. Hopefully I shared audio. Chat, please yell at me if I didn't. Let's see. I'm a failure.
You got it.
An ancient evil awakened to slaughter his family. A mythical quest was revealed. Treacherous perils await. Lovers bound by destiny. Darkness gathers as a new game begins. One man's rage will shape worlds. KOR-DRATH, The Awakening. Only on Indiegogo. Back it now!
What was that? Frega?
Yes, it was.
That was Frega.
You can either call him Frega Schwarzenegger or
Arnold Fraginator.
Arnold Fraginator.
I was like, you found someone with the same weird accent as Arnie. Oh my gosh. That was great. That deserves a backing all on its own. Oh, look at that.
That's right.
That's funny. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Beautiful trailer.
Yeah. He did a great job doing that. VO.
Yeah. Oh, and you have a second trailer. Oh, let's take a look at the campaign.
It's a 60-second one. We just the guy that did the trailer for us made us too, because he knows that we try to keep him to a minute, and that first one was like a minute 30 or something, and he's like, or maybe not even that much longer, I don't know, but he was like, yeah, I did this other one too, where I just did the minute long one. I was like, oh, that's cool, thanks. So
okay, yeah, all right, well, we can take a look at that too, and maybe we'll get a different version of Arnold Fraginator.
There's no voice in that one. So.
Okay. Well, we'll take a look at it.
The shorter one's just the music. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, that's fine too. We'll take a look at the campaign and then regale ourselves in the second trailer.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's see what do we have here. More Bud Root art. The first one.
Bud did a.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, the first one was Lilith, and the second book is Adriana. So I really like that.
Yes, and the covers go together. Actually, they line right up next to each other. The background, you can't tell with the T-shirt because the background was taken away, but on the actual cover, the background matches up. So if you put them together, it makes one nice image. So
awesome. Well, all right.
I knew what Dennis was doing as soon as I saw that camera turn off. He's getting a poster that we had.
Woo! Look at that. That is very beautiful.
See how seamless it is?
Yeah. And these are, it's Bud Root's art and colored by Lawless, right?
Dan Lawless.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. You can tell. I know he colored. I mean, I assume he would have colored the Adriana one because I know he did the Lilith one. But yeah, you can. Signature coloring style. That's beautiful. It looks like classical painting, like especially Adriana's face. It's like this classical European painting. That's amazing.
Yeah, Dan is just so good.
Yep, they do such a good job. This is the prototype. So the covers do go together, and we are working on the poster. We ordered a prototype of the poster, and the stock on this thing is at least twice as heavy of any poster I've ever had in my life. It was stunning to me how good it was.
Yeah.
So you can look for an announcement of that in the near future.
All right. And that poster is available on this campaign, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. It will be. We got it.
We need to figure out the best pricing for it and stuff, so it's not too much for people when it comes to shipping and stuff, because they're not cheap.
It's not like a thin little piece of paper. It's like your typical posters. I mean, I'm going to guess that is probably anywhere from 100 to 110, maybe 120 pound cardstock.
Matt,
so when it rolls out, it is heavy stuff. And I went and bought a frame just to see how it would work in there. And it's fantastic. So we do have to work it out, and we will be making an announcement when that comes. But once again, you guys got to see the prototype.
All right. Prototyping is good. Jake says you need to introduce several more babes for all subsequent covers. So that you'll have like a long, just a scroll in the end, right?
Just a lineup of the ladies.
Yeah. Has to be a series of 4. I mean, naturally, it's a good idea though.
That's right.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Could be.
Maybe Adriana had some sisters.
That's right.
You know what sells books? Thank you for the links, everyone.
That's right.
This is shipping before Christmas, is it? Is that correct?
No, this is okay. So we can pull this one up too after this. We're actually doing a KOR-DRATH kids book, children's book. It's a separate campaign.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, we launched it just a little bit ago.
I think you'll dig it because it's drawn in a simpler style that I did. I drew kids books using DC characters about 12 years ago, 13 years ago. And that was all through Random House. And I always wanted to do something like that again because I enjoyed working in that simpler style. So we came up with a nice Christmas story. We'll talk about that one too. So
sure, yeah.
I think you'll get a kick out of it. So
yeah, I think I like the sound of that. I think kids books aren't really my wheelhouse, but I do think there is a sore lack of good comics for kids, and that is also how you get people into comics, and it's kind of a problem that there isn't anything for a younger audience. So I think it's awesome that you're doing that. That's great.
Yeah, these are actual reader books that teach kids how to read, and then we'll have an activity book to go with it. And I already see somebody asked, is it kids very extra violent? No. However, you guys asked, would you make an adult version of the kids book? One for the kids, one for and we did.
Yeah, so when we look at that page, you'll see there's a before and after. Well, not a before and after. This is a page from the kids version, and then this is the same page for the adult version. And there's a huge difference.
I see. Okay. I'm surprised this isn't like the censored version already of something else. It could easily be.
Actually, the funny thing is that those last two the 2 panels with the little light up glow fairy there, well, she's not lit up into one panel. That actually is censored. In the book, she only has 1 bar crossing across her chest, but I didn't want to do a black bar over top. So for Indiegogo, I just duplicated the bar and made it wider. But in the actual book, it's just 1 bar going across that you actually see. Not safe for work.
Hey, perfect! That'll sell books.
Yeah.
So everyone, if you like that, you won't like some booba, you can you back this now because the actual book will have it. I have seen book 1. You do not hold back for that. Not
you gotta love it though, because this little fairy tramp here is a little tired and the light's going out. So the little henchman dude comes up there and he's like, "Hey, wake up, lady!" Smack. She's like, "Ah."
Oh, okay. Poor little lady. Oh,
I know. Look how small she is. I mean, she's tiny.
She's so little. Poor little fairy. Someone needs to save her.
That's right. That's funny. That's Dennis's nickname, Poor Little Fairy. What? Oh, was I not supposed to? You literally have it on the back of one of your Packers jerseys as your name. Right on the back, it says Poor Little Fairy, number 6. I can't help that's what you
number buy. 6. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where I came up with the number.
I don't know. You just pull shit out of your butt all the time.
No, they're fighting again. No. Is that cage magical? I think she's just trapped there. There's like spikes.
And no, she has. Go back if you look. She has things poking into her.
Oh,
yeah. You'll see more in the uncensored version.
There's blood dripping down. Like the bars that go across horizontally have like spike things that poke into her, so she can't really move.
And on the left panel, you see each of those light up little lanterns. Those are all cages with imprisoned fairies.
Yep.
Evil, very evil.
They are
evil. Voodoo. I mean,
for a reason.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. So.
The replica desk lamp. Jake is just full of great.
Oh, there you go.
That actually is a great idea. You can definitely.
That would be
that.
Fun. That actually would be.
Let's make replicas of everything. Honestly, fantasy books are so fun to make products for.
It'd be like a Christmas story instead of a leg lamp. Be a fairy
That's
lamp.
right. It'd be a little fairy lamp.
Have it be like dripping blood and everything.
Yeah.
Be perfect.
And it makes screaming noises when you turn it on.
Oh no! And this one will, I don't know what this will make, but that's a great monster.
That's one of the new ones.
All right.
Yeah, that you will get introduced. You can see the half chopped on giant grizzly.
Yeah.
Poor bear.
That's like a land octopus or something.
It's just a big, gnarly. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He gets his healing power from eating things too. So.
Oh no! Don't you just hate that? Don't you hate? Okay, fast healing and DR are the biggest pain in the asses ever. We're just about at the level where we had to deal with things with fast healing. I mean, I've been dealing with damage resistance for a while, but when you just cannot get through and damage something permanently, it's horrible. It's horrible.
That's right. It is.
There gets damage done. We'll just leave it at that. So.
Okay. All right. Well, you do have like 3 Adrianas, so I'm sure
well, she is a sorceress, so
very nice.
She can do that. So yeah, they attack, and then he chomps on the bear, and you can see he heals himself some from the fireball blast or whatever she gave him.
Yeah.
So.
See, Vaughn's in the house. Vaughn, we were talking about you earlier about how good X-Men and New Mutant books are.
He's going to start screaming in chat now. Look what you've done.
That's right.
The poor bear. I feel bad for the bear, too. I don't think that's the Cape Fairy. I think this is a different
No.
Yeah.
No,
DR gets easier as you level up. The fast healing the bastard to get away. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like getting used to DR. You can kind of just figure out. Usually there's something you can do to get around the DR, so you just have to get the right knowledge check, right? But fast healing is just there's nothing you can do to get around it.
Right.
Anyways, I'm gonna stop nerding out about that now. Anyone who's just coming in, we are looking at KOR-DRATH, The Awakening. This is the second book of KOR-DRATH. The link is in the description and in the chat, so everyone go pick that up if you like fantasy, barbarians, epic fantasy, and a lot of world building. You know, kind of similar to what I do. If you've heard of this comic called Fiendish, I might talk about it all the time. If you like that kind of stuff, then you should check out KOR-DRATH. So. Click on that and back it now.
What does bear taste like? Tastes like chicken.
Chicken. Damn it.
Wait, really? Does it?
I have no idea.
So it's easier. It actually is a little more like venison, elk, moose.
When have you ever eaten bear?
Dude, I have eaten bear. I have eaten all the things I just mentioned. I've also had ostrich. I've also had gator.
Oh, gator's easy though. Just go to Louisiana.
Hey, exactly. And if you go to Louisiana, maybe some of your chat's in there. Préjean's, the best food in all of Louisiana. That is where everybody said to go. So when we went down there, we tried it. It was fantastic. Legs, gator, frog legs, I should say, not just legs.
Right.
Not human legs.
just legs. Good. Gator does kind of taste like chicken, but chewy.
Yeah, gator kind of does. I haven't had it in a long time.
When we were in Switzerland, I had baby kangaroo and buffalo.
You bastard!
Yep.
How dare you eat a baby kangaroo? Yep. Not only that, but he stabbed the mother, took it out of its pouch, and while the mother was dying, he slit the baby's throat and ate it right in front of her. You
and
bastard.
Water buffalo.
Sad.
2 different types of water buffalo.
Oh my God.
That makes me sad. I don't want to talk about
that.
That
makes you sad. None of the other things we mentioned makes you sad.
Dennis is like, and then there's that rabbit bouncing across my backyard that I just happened to grab and cook up as well.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, I've had rabbit.
You son of a bitch, ate bunny. Ate
Let's
bugs.
move on. I don't want to talk about these cute things.
God.
Cute things must be hugged.
Yeah, Dennis.
Alex, that's why I don't like Wookiee steaks. It's too chewy.
Okay, we're definitely moving on. Anyways, the comic. Oh, ba-dum. Maybe you'll have a KOR-DRATH cookbook someday.
Yeah, you never know. Dennis is quite the chef, so
I am.
Oh, perfect. Actually, someone
He
did
is.
mention that as a supplemental idea, and I'm like, too bad I don't cook and I suck at it. But
Yeah.
if you're good at
You could
it,
do a
you should definitely
microwave.
do that. Yeah, microwaves in
You
fantasy
could do a
comics.
microwave cookbook.
All right. Well, that'll be something to think about later.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It'll just be kill a beast and throw it in the fire. The end. That's the
That's
whole
right.
book.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I have not. What are you talking about?
Angels.
It's a running joke. It's a channel joke. Don't worry about it. I would never.
Okay.
I would never. Angels are sacred, and I would never.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. I'm very, very good. Someone asked, how far along is a KOR-DRATH 2?
I'm working on 23. I'm starting page 23 tomorrow. So
nice.
So yeah, it's going along. It's a little over a third of the way, or about third of the way, I guess you could say. Yeah, right about there. So
yeah, that's a good pace. And here, let's take a look at the other covers. All right, cover A. This is the main one over here.
Yeah, me and Dandy Dan Lawless.
Dandy Dan Lawless. Beautiful colors. I like that you're keeping the same teams for all the covers across the books. It seems you have the Bud Root, and Lawless, and then the main cover is you and Dan. I like that a lot. I think that's a good. Seems like you guys thought everything out really well. So
I like consistency.
And you got the homage cover as well.
The homage cover, yes, I did everything on that one, colors and all. So,
all right.
Which the nice thing about colors and all is I can just because it's a homage cover, I keep the same color palette as the cover that we're going off of, which was Conan #2. So besides changing, making the characters the proper color backgrounds and stuff, I keep the same. So purposely,
wonderful,
of course. Yeah, I love doing that stuff.
Love that idea.
It's fun. Yeah,
and then cover
Bud,
C.
of course.
Yes, look at that. That is so beautiful. I love the face, especially the face. That's like that really looks like some Renaissance painting. Such good colors.
Yeah.
Botticelli. It kind of reminds you of a Botticelli face.
Yeah, it does.
Botticelli.
Paul Taylor said he got the one with Adriana. Yes.
Thank you, Paul.
She's hot not just because she throws fire. She is hot in multiple ways. That's true. Yes, indeed.
Yes, she is. She's curvy. And when they line up next to each other, they're the same. They're in proper height comparison too. She's taller than Lilith, so.
Very nice.
And of course, we're doing Bud's line art cover.
Yeah.
There are thighs on Adriana. Yeah, Bud doesn't draw a stick figure.
No, not at all.
He draws them very well.
Yes.
I see. Now, is you had a 4-pager from Bud for book 1. Are you doing the same for this? That was a stretch goal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll be doing another stretch goal, 4-page story. Not by Bud this time. Unfortunately, he can't do it. But we've got somebody lined up. We'll announce it, a little bit later. That is really cool.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Is her staff a spine? No, it's not. It's just a different design thing I want to go with. It's as you saw on the cover, it's black and whatnot, and then has the claw type talons that hold in the gem into it. So
and there's a little bird. Oh, is the bird a character?
Yep. Does the hawk
the little one is not. The big one is.
Oh, okay. That's fine too. The big one can be.
You will get the name of the big one in the story.
Yes, the big one's in the book. I've drawn the big bird. already. So the Black Eagle, because she is from the Black Eagle tribe, so the Black Eagle. So yes.
So it's a familiar or like a.
There's meaning behind everything.
Companion.
That's right.
Who
knows?
All right,
Maybe that little bird will be in it. We'll see. That little bird could be, you know, what they're eating one night, maybe.
No!
Dennis, write that in.
Get their food! No! I'm gonna get their food!
You just see a panel of the little bird flying, and then a stone comes up and hits it, and you cut the KOR-DRATH with his little slingshot, and he's like, nailed it first try.
No! Why would you do that? You can only kill and eat not cute things. That's the rule. I just made it up, and therefore it's true. Yes, it has to be not a cute
thing. Little bird name is Snack.
You guys are horrible.
What shall we name it? Snack.
Oh, Kevin with another good one.
Yeah.
No, must protect it. Terrible.
I like it.
I reject this wholeheartedly. I reject this. I will bring Birdie back to life in my comic and rescue it. Snack will live on in peace.
There you go. See, that would be fun if there was like this little character like that just traverses through everybody's book.
It just keeps on getting revived.
I've seen that little yellow bird before. What the hell's going on? Wait a second.
What's funny is I do have a little yellow bird in my comics that I hide in the pages. Some people do know. I've been doing it since college, so most of my comics have this tiny. Cool. Yeah. It doesn't quite look like this. It's like a ball. Sure. It's supposed to look really stupid and derpy with like giant bug eyes, but I hide it in most of my comics. So go look for the little bird.
just in general, stuff like that's kind of cool. Just doing little Easter egg stuff like that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's like a little like signature. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
All right. Moving on from my favorite character, the little yellow bird named Snack.
That's right.
Here's the line art version of the Bud Root cover, and then you have a black and white version.
Well, it's the whole book in black and white, so it's not an artist edition because it's just regular graphic novel size. It has all the dialogue and stuff. It's just in black and white, so the scans are adjusted for the colorist, so they're high contrast black and white. And I just want we didn't want to do an artist edition again. Honestly, doing a book that size and stuff was kind of, it was difficult and definitely more expensive. So I thought, or we talked about it and just decided to do a black and white version of the book. So
okay, so this will be a lettered edition, just with colors.
Just black and white. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I like that as well. I mean, the artist editions are beautiful. Of course, I like it, but I understand that it's very expensive. So especially right now, nobody can afford to produce anything fancy right now. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everything costs so much.
You never know. Maybe down the road.
Yeah, it's good to have it for
everything.
Yeah. For number one, though, I mean, you can always go back and do an artist edition of 2, maybe, but having a special version of number 1 because it's the introduction of KOR-DRATH, I think that's really cool. So even if you just had that, that's I mean, I'm happy that I got it. I think that's great.
Sure.
Nice collectible.
Yeah.
Give me color or give me death. Well,
yeah.
You can get a color edition. Yeah. It is possible.
And then I'm doing a as an add-on, and I know we'll get to it, but because it kind of correlates, as an add-on, we're doing KOR-DRATH, the Awakening, the layouts. So it's just my pencils. I'm scanning everything before I ink, which I usually don't do. Like on the Reckoning, as soon as the page was done, ready to be inked, I just started inking it. So I've actually had to make a note so I don't forget to scan the pencils or my layouts before I start inking, because we are doing a book that is just the layouts, but there's no text or anything in that one.
Oh, cool. So, okay. Yeah, that's really cool too. I think Graham did that for some of his books, right? Just like a layout book, which I hadn't.
No, Aaron did.
Aaron.
I think Aaron did. Yeah, Aaron did one called. it was like Wraith of God, the roughs or something.
Right.
But he did like that. He did ashcan size or a little bigger. But I'm just going to be doing it. It's going to be the same size, you know, same regular dimensions of the graphic novel. Just, man, it's just the layouts. So, you know, my pencil layout. So if you're, you know, into the behind the scenes process, you get that as an add-on. And if you get the black and white version, you can really see like, oh, this is how it looked before he inked it, and go, wow, some of this stuff is looser than I would imagine. And then, you know, some of the stuff might be a little tighter depending on what it is, you know.
All right. Yeah, I think.
And I love stuff like that too. So.
People are liking the layout book idea. I'm surprised because I had thought that inks only or layouts were kind of like an art nerd or artist thing, but people like seeing process work a lot. So
yeah, I think so. I really think so. I mean, and you just get a sense of that from people that buy sketchbooks and stuff. You know, you're like, well, hell, if they like this, you know, they might like really seeing when the curtain's pulled back on the actual storytelling stuff, you know, and instead of just doing a few pages at the back of the book as filler with like, oh, here's a few pages of the layouts and stuff, you know, we were just like, yeah, let's just do a whole book. So
yeah, fantastic. Dagosillas says he loves process stuff. Yes, I agree. I like that as well. All right. And and of course, Demise and Draco Mort. These are such great names.
And that is another Bart Sears and Dan Lawless cover. So just like the first one.
I like you tied it into these classic D&D handbook looks.
Layouts.
Like homage covers. Like everything is designed to be an homage to classical fantasy comics and fantasy games in some way, and I like that a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah, the person that we had do the layouts on this, because I sent her over some of my original like old ones from like 79, and I said this is exactly the feel, and she wrote back. She was so excited. She goes, my husband and kids play that. They think this is fantastic and blah, 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 blah. And we were talking and I'm like, that's the feel. And everybody who picked up the first one, they loved it. They loved the old feel of the maps and stuff. And I'm doing the exact same thing in this one. It's going to be old style maps, very retro feeling from that era of it. Even the newer people really love that. And I was kind of surprised by that. I thought it would just be for us old fogies, but nope, they like it.
I mean, it harkens back to better days of tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
Yep, it does.
Yeah. Ooh, you know, I saw that. I might actually put that on the page because we're so used to showing it on our streams, and I have a larger version of the image I can just click and show. But maybe I'll go in and add it like right underneath the images of the cover, the the larger image, so people can see it.
Yeah.
All right.
And we just added that today. So.
Woo! That's a cool idea. I like that. A lot of people seem to be adding the slabs on their books, and they're signed too. So perfect.
Yeah. I mean, there's no extra step since it's us and we're both right here. So might as well sign it and send it off. And, we went with CBCS because I've used them a lot for just some of the stuff I have that I collect. And we already have a relationship with a person there, a sales rep there that we work with. So.
And we sent in KOR-DRATH, The Reckoning, and on the KOR-DRATH.com page, you can see we actually did send in a batch of our KOR-DRATH, The Reckonings. They came back, like I said, most of them are 9.8s. I think there was maybe a 9.6, and then we got a 9.9. They are available for sale. They were not available during the campaign, but now that we've got them, we talked to them about doing it for the Awakening, and we will. So if you guys really want KOR-DRATH, The Reckoning slabbed, they have it on our KOR-DRATH.com site.
Yep.
All right. Slabs and slabs. Slabs are good. And a new parody ad, just like book 1.
That's right. Always doing every book I've done a parody ad. This is like number 5 or 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 5. I think it's my 5th one.
What is that thing? What?
Oh my God! Out of all people, we shouldn't be surprised. You don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
You didn't grow up with American cartoons.
Hey, hold on. In the chat,
the logo is like Looney Tunesy. That's all I know.
Okay, in the chat, who's gonna get it? Name the monster. Name the monster, guys.
It's like an orange tooth monster. I didn't watch Looney Tunes. I only know I've seen like a couple of them.
It is. It's from Looney Tunes.
We can't kick
me.
No.
Why are you gonna kick me? Okay, I bet if I asked all of you, I showed you a bunch of anime, you wouldn't know any of those characters either. Okay, so
no, you're probably right. I'm going to go with yes. You're right on that one.
All the weeb stuff I grew up on over in Asia land.
Yeah.
Gossamer? Is that
no.
his name? I don't think so. It sounds too fancy.
That character? No.
Yeah. Well, looks like fun.
It is. It was, yeah.
Sweetie Pie?
It was fun. So who did I hear? Gossamer. Alex got it right. It is Gossamer.
It is Gossamer. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was something else. Okay.
Funny saucer names and sweet tums. Okay. Well, that's really
it's not Gossamer. It's Adriana if you read it.
Yeah, it's a takeoff from the Snickers ad where, you know, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Have this Snickers.
And
I see.
Yes. Andy asked, he goes, "What are we? Do you want to do another, mead one?" And I kicked it around, because he did the fruit pies for his first 3. And I said, let's do one more with this because I've got an idea. And I did. I kind of did a cross with Gossamer, running around. And you can see that's the Scooby-Doo scenes where they were always being chased through the hall. It's actually recreating one of the Scooby-Doo hallways. And then Gossamer, and then only you find out it's Adriana because, she was thirsty.
Oh, that's funny. Very clever.
Snickers ad.
Very clever. I can't wait to see all the other ad homages that I won't get for all your future KOR-DRATH books.
Yeah.
Bum.
See, now when we're done tonight, Rena, you can go to YouTube, do a search, and watch a cartoon with them.
I'll certainly do that, and I still won't get all the other ones because I'll never be able to catch up on all the cartoons I missed.
Yeah, but the Gossamer one where Bugs Bunny's giving him a haircut, and he's got it, in dipping the fingers, and he's doing her fingernails, giving her a manicure and stuff like that. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get educated on my American culture someday. Yeah. Maromi, member for 30 months. Thank you so much for being a member. 这颜色很适合你. Thank you. 谢谢. I enjoy that Maromi has taken to typing his chats in Chinese.
What did that say?
That said this color suits you. I'm not sure if that was referring to me or a character. My colors haven't changed. I haven't changed, so I don't know. No. It's probably I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you very much for being a site member.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and I hear the
first stretch goals at 50, which we're almost there. And it's the first playable character card for those that remember the first campaign. We did 4 playable character cards and a map. On the front is artwork of the character by myself and Dan Lawless, and on the back is are the stats that Dennis created for the character, so you can play them in our role-playing game, or you can convert the stats to play in your other favorite role-playing game. So you could play KOR-DRATH as a D&D character and kick some ass. And they're 7x10, so even if you're not into the role-playing stuff, you get a nice, cool piece of art on the front.
All right.
These are the ones from the first one. They're all color coordinated.
Yep.
But even better, awesome stats. And some people that, especially the ones that bought the module, because they got these, some people are going back and rebuying them because they wanted those. But they made up their own characters, but they put these in the book. They played the characters in their adventures. It was fun having people talk about that.
All right. Yeah, are those 115 hit points that you see? What level is he?
Yeah, he's
15?
out there. He's a big man. He's a boss, Rini.
Yeah, I see.
Tall. He's got to be.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, he is a half frost giant lich. That's hundreds of years old. So
115 hit points. That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually. So never mind. But cool art. Yeah, I like that throne. Look at that throne. That's amazing. Very, very nice. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Now everyone's typing in Chinese. Your grammar is incorrect, but thank you. I'm glad that you like Chinese.
Are you making up sounds, or is that how that sounds when you read that?
That is actually how it sounds. 我喜欢中文常常, but he typed the grammar wrong.
I don't know. I could say that. See?
That's exactly what I said. Yeah.
Not that difficult, no. Really. I mean,
you spoke perfect Chinese right there. That was perfect.
I know.
I didn't know that you spoke Chinese.
When I go to a Chinese restaurant, I'm always like, I would like a kung pao chicken. Please get me the kung pao.
And
chicken.
I bet they love you there. I bet
they
really
do. They do. Dennis always takes me and goes, order for me, big guy. And I'm like, I would like sesame roll. Sesame roll.
Sesame.
I would like some fried rice. Fried rice and sesame roll.
It's like I'm in my hometown, in my homeland again. Yeah. Amazing.
Hey, I picked up all my Mandarin from Firefly, and then the version.
Oh my god!
Crouching Tiger.
I would like my dog cooked medium well.
Firefly's Chinese is horrible. Nobody pronounces anything right. I'm like, what? They didn't get any language training. They're just saying it so seriously, and they're just like, even Arrival. I have such a pet peeve. With this. I'm like, I understand it's not your native language, right? But you are in like a Hollywood production. Get a language training. You only have like 2 lines to say, so get the actual pronunciation right. I would put in that effort, and I'm not even being paid $1 million. Like
I gotta be honest, I would too. If I literally had a job where any accent, if I got a job as an actor and had to do an accent, I would. If I couldn't afford to hire a language person, I would just work my ass off on it. Because you'd want to show up and really impress. So they're like, holy shit, that dude rocked that. You know, you don't want to do some half-ass thing.
Right. It's like I didn't know, like Irene spoke Mongolian or some shit like that. But I'm like, it's just a couple of lines in Arrival. This is even worse. The main character is supposed to be like this language genius, right? And the actual lines she says in Chinese are very important. And I couldn't even understand what she said because her accent was so bad. It was so bad. I'm just like, but you know who did it right? The Dune movies. It was only like a couple lines, but Timothée Chalamet did his training and he got that one line right. So thank you for putting in the effort.
So
that's all I asked. It was actually really good.
I did watch The Acolyte. I took the bullet for our audience. And while it was a disaster of a TV show in every way, shape, or form, the cool thing was the actor, forgot his name, you guys would remember, that when played Soul, he learned English for this, and while it wasn't perfect, he learned it in 6 months. So I at least give him as an actor credit. He sat down and learned the English language, and there was a lot of that he spoke throughout it. So that was the only good thing I could really say about that. That and a couple of good fight scenes.
So wait, could you still hear like his natural accent as he was speaking English in it?
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. I mean, like when you saw him in Squid Games, that's the only language he knew.
Oh shit! So they got to okay now. Now I just want to watch an episode or two to see this dude. So what dude was it? Total tangent, I know, but what dude was it in Squid Games?
He was one of the main ones. I don't remember the actor's name. You'll have to
really?
Yes, and they hired him knowing he didn't speak, and then in 6 months' time, he learned the English language for the show.
That's very, very impressive because languages are very hard to learn.
Yeah,
goddamn.
I might have to go watch an episode or two just to hear that guy talk.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the Acolyte because everyone hates it. I'm like, if all the people whose opinion I try, everyone says it's bad, I'm not gonna watch it. But I have heard that's the only good thing I've heard about it is like there's this one Korean actor that really loves Star Wars and he's trying so hard and he learned English.
Oh
so
my
like,
god, that is so freaking cool.
And you feel for him. He's really the only good character in the entire show. And but anyway, high point. But he learned an entire language in 6 months. Kudos. That's all I can say.
That is amazing.
If only everyone else could put in the same kind of effort, that would be great.
That is really amazing.
Or any effort in the Acolyte.
Right. Yeah. I haven't watched it. I just seen clips. I have no interest.
Neither have I. Neither have I. But anyhow, so there it is, the layouts.
You know what's better than the Acolyte? KOR-DRATH.
KOR-DRATH, yes.
The Awakening. Which you
so there we do. We have the layouts of it. So it'll be a whole book, just the layouts. No lettering or anything. So you can just basically see the storytelling and stuff. Tucci, that's another one that did it. Billy did a full size one of issue of She as a add-on. They did layouts. So
right. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I remembered that. See, Comics Legend asks, will you be focused on KOR-DRATH moving forward, or will you go back to First Man?
I'd like to go back to First Man. I'm just kind of playing around with something on the side, First Man wise, that is, that it's like an 8-page thing that I might do as an ash can. That would be like an add-on at some point for a campaign, not necessarily this one, but whenever I get it done. It's not like in the continuity, I can say that, of what happened in First Man. It's just this fun little idea I had. I'll just leave it at that, but it is First Man. So. All
right. Very nice. And you have a manga digest size that is also black and white.
Yes, we do. I've got that here. We actually want to see what it looked like. So this is The Reckoning, though. It's not The Awakening. It's the first book. And we did it because Dennis's daughter is a teacher, middle school. And when she saw The Reckoning, she was like, oh, that's cool. Too bad I can't take it to school. And we were like, what, the violence? And she's like, no, there's the one naughty page. So we edited it. So now this is really going by the rating system. This actually qualifies for I know when they say E for everyone, that basically is like 10, 11 on up. It's not like 5 years old. So the violence is still there, but this is a manga size digest, black and white with the gray tones and stuff. So it looks like Zipatone. Took me a while, but once I got it figured out, it was easier to go through. And then we also have a full color digest version too. Same thing, same rating, so you can see the size difference.
Yeah.
And this is full color. And same thing, we edited the one page. And actually at Garden State Comic Fest this past June, because we printed up a few of each just to kind of test the market and stuff. And a fan came by the table And it was funny because she brought her daughter with her, and she's like, I really love KOR-DRATH. I wanted her to be able to read it. And I said, well, guess what? And I showed her those, and I think her daughter picked out the color one she wanted. So yeah. So that's
cool.
That's how it worked. And then Down Go Solo says just for the first issue. Yeah, I mean, if we do it again, it would be kind of like this campaign has the manga black and white and a color digest. So if we do it for the second one, that would be available when we do the third campaign next year. So it would lag behind, I guess you could say, like that. And it just depends. Like right now in KOR-DRATH, The Awakening, there isn't a scene like that in the first one that would have to be edited out. So we would just basically make smaller, the smaller versions or whatever,
Okay.
So,
yeah, I like that idea. I think the Lost Pages has a tome edition that's like a manga size one as well. So I've seen I like that idea a lot. I gotta get on that for Fiendish, and especially the black and white versions. You save on printing costs, and people that read manga are more used to black and white anyways, so that's not a problem for a certain audience. That's a great way to reach a wider audience, aside from like the American comics audience that's a collector's audience, but hey, there are other demographics out there that read comics too. It's just in a different format, so I think that's really cool.
The paperweight, let me feel this now, because he just asked, is the paperweight changed? I think I don't have the actual graphic novel next to me where I can grab it to feel. I think the paperweight, it feels the same. It's just smaller. So, and no, we didn't switch the reading. You still read it the proper way. That's way too hard to do, because it's not just printing the book backwards, but they also read right to left. So we'd have to actually flip the pages. But then the problem with that is, KOR-DRATH, for instance, it would work. It wouldn't even work with Adriana. The costumes, or not costumes, the clothing each character wears isn't symmetrical. So you can't flip them.
It's too much of it's too much of a pain, I can imagine. And if you have any writing, you have to redo that.
And we looked at doing it, and we kicked around like it's just way too much to try and do it. It's a whole project.
Yeah, it was
a lot of work doing the grayscale to make it look like Zipatone.
I bet. Did you completely recolor it, or did you just filter the colors?
No, I had to go through and take the layered color files, because it wasn't just take like the flattened final page, because the lettering was on there. I had to take the layered color files. I had to take the layered color files from, our colorist, and then go through each layer, because there are special effects layers, Rini, for glows and stuff like that. And all this other stuff, and apply specific filter. And then I had to adjust with the settings on the filter. Basically, once I got it figured out, I wrote it all down in the steps I went through, and then I created a Photoshop action for it. So, the first few pages were difficult because, well, actually, no, I take it back. I couldn't even use the Photoshop action, because this just gets into the weeds of Photoshop way too much. But basically, because it involved all these different layers, if I created an action, it would do it for that one file. But then if you tried it for another file, if the layer numbers weren't the same and stuff, it wouldn't work. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I've tried doing actions and I ran into the same problem. It's a pain.
Right. So I had to go through every page, and I had in front of me written down the steps until, maybe 10, 12 pages in, I finally got it down where I didn't have to keep referencing the steps. But this was last winter when we did this, like around December. And if you ask me now, I couldn't tell you what the steps are, so that's why I have it written down.
It does sound like Yeah, it does sound like torture. Well,
Yeah.
I guess you'll just have to figure it out again for the next manga version.
Like I said, I've got it written down.
Oh, so. Perfect. Clip Studio, I guess no, you did that in Photoshop. So
I did it in Photoshop, and I know Clip Studio, you can make a folder that's a tone, and whatever gray layer that's in the folder is converted to. Yeah, I'd have to experiment with that. I don't really use Clip Studio that much, so I use it. I mean, I do all my stuff traditionally, so the only thing I use Clip Studio for is if there's like a specific texture brush or something in there that I think is cool, you know, that I can't get by hand even, I might mess with the page. But generally, you know, since I work 100% traditional on KOR-DRATH, I don't really do much in adjustment, you know, except for the contrast before I send the pages to the colorist. So
right, I see. Whew, yeah. If I told my colorist that, hey, we're gonna do a black and white version, I need you to color all redo all the colors in Zepatones and figure out a Photoshop action, I think he would actually fly to the US and strangle me.
Yeah, no, there's no redoing. I mean, I can't remember the steps off the top of my head. So, but you know, there's nothing that's recolored. It's just settings and stuff like that. You know.
Okay. Well, it's cool that you.
And then obviously the only quick thing I could do an action for is honestly the resizing of the pages, because you know it's a smaller format. So once all the gray stuff is done, it needs to be resized down. So I was able to set an action up for that. So that went fast, but you know, it took like 2 days, maybe 2.5 days to do the whole book, convert it to that gray for it. So
I like that idea.
Yeah,
I am considering doing that. Actually, I'm considering doing that for I'm doing a Spanish and Japanese edition of Fiendish. So
yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Yeah.
Now, and I'm almost done.
I'll ask you offline about that, because I do have a question about that, but I'll talk to you offline.
Sure, yeah. But you know, off topic, we'll get back to we didn't talk about KOR-DRATH, but yeah. Spanish, Japanese, and Fiendish coming soon.
Cool.
Paul Taylor said it would have to be backwards, wouldn't it? Actually, the whole, you can read Japanese and Chinese and I think Korean as well from left to right as well. It's just traditionally it's right to left. I know for Chinese, you can read it the Western way because it's character based. It's just people will be a little not used to it, but it's not actually a big deal. So it's fine if you don't flip it.
You would probably, I guess, if somebody were to actually do that, you'd probably put one of those pages in the book, kind of like they do over here with the manga that's translated, where when it opens, it's like, nope, this is the back of the book, and this is how you do read it. And they tells you to read it right to left, and it gives you a little arrow and stuff. So I would imagine if I were to print this back, if we were to print this backwards, you know, so you read it, you know, backwards, since the pages wouldn't be that way, I probably would put something in it saying you still read it left to right and do like an arrow thing just to point it out. But I don't think we'll ever do that. I think we'll just keep it the normal way, but it's, you know, still has that look to it when it's printed.
Cool. Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
And they're cheaper. Obviously, they sell for less than full size. So
very cool. Very cool. JW Learning, hello. Thank you for joining. Is there any comics market in Japan? Yes, there is. There definitely is. All right, let's continue looking at this campaign page. Full color digest size, you showed that as well. Very cool.
Yep. And then the mini figures.
All right.
Come in their little clamshell. And then, we're doing, once we do the tiers, we're doing a collector box, which we also made a few of. With the company we're using, we had them make, I think we had them make 4 of them is the lowest limit you can do. So costly just to make 4, but we really want to make sure everything would fit. We want to see the quality of it. So we're using the homage covers for the front, or the top is the current cover. The bottom is the first. Of course, the title on one, and then if you put it on your bookshelf, I created a spine so it looks like a big fat book on your bookshelf. And then, you know, the ends, of course, have some art from the cover that Dan and I did. And yeah, so there's a KOR-DRATH, the Awakening tier, which gets you every variant cover, the game module, the Adriana trading card, and that's the Awakening tier. And then, you know, we also sell the box as just an add-on, and it does not ship in this. This would be packaged inside a bigger box with bubble wrap so it doesn't get messed up. So
good idea. Very good idea. That's a huge box too. So you can put all your books from multiple KOR-DRATH campaigns in that.
We can fit. So the biggest tier is the it's like the KOR-DRATH Get It All, which is basically, it's not basically, it's everything from KOR-DRATH The Reckoning. So all the covers, the artist edition, the game module, the map, the 4 playable character cards, the Lilith trading card, and then everything from the Awakening, this campaign as well. And that, you know, once we go through the tiers, it's like $3.99, but retail would be like $5 and change. So it's really, you know, we put a nice discount on it and stuff for people that want to get everything that might have missed it before. So
nice. Yeah, that's a great discount. And a beautiful box. Paul Taylor says he wants it all. I want it now. Well, you can't have it now, but it will be coming soon.
It will be soon.
Very, very soon.
So yeah.
What?
So there you go. No.
No.
4 playable character cards. I mean, you could use them for foreplay, I guess. You could just you could tell your wife, just focus on KOR-DRATH and imagine that's what I look like without a shirt on. And let's go. Foreplay it is.
Oh dear. You can't do that. It's up to you how you use the product once you receive it.
Yeah, once you receive the product, it's up to you.
Yes.
I'm not saying I put a black light on the playable character cards once Dennis got them, but I did. And I was shocked.
Oh no. I don't want to know.
Looked like a freaking crime scene splatter. I was just like, oh my God, Dennis, what are you doing?
No, all those dead bodies that you keep in your long boxes. Those aren't full of comics. That's just murder victims.
That was actually, we talked about that on our show today. The DNA show was the crime scene show. Yes, and how to effectively get rid of the bodies. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to note for any future FBI investigations that I have no knowledge of whatever happens in Dennis's house. I am not.
No, neither do I. I don't know what he's talking about.
I have no relation to. Just kidding. Well, all right. That's the end of it. Limited quantities are available for everything, and here are all the. Let's see. Here are. Oh, it's so book 1 on top. And here,
it's all the various covers from book 1. I think it's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's all the covers. So basically, you can add on any of the covers from book 1, but they're all limited quantities because the only cover we're doing a second printing of it. Well, we're doing a second printing of the book, The Reckoning, with a new Budroot cover, but that's only for the catch-up tier, which is the featured tier. So.
All right. And let me see. Did I miss that? That one was the Lilith one, right?
Yep.
Cool. I don't. Do you have that on the campaign so you can get a better look at it?
I actually don't. I need to add that too. See, this is why I like doing stuff like this, because I actually did add the large image of Bart's cover to it while we were talking. So
cool.
I need to add that.
Well, we can refresh and see where we're at now. Hopefully, we got a couple backers. Hopefully, all the lovely people watching, someone has backed it. Isn't that right? I'm sure we have some fantasy fans that definitely have backed this. So, no angels will die. That's where the meme is from. I got it from Narwhal. if you refresh a campaign on a show and the number doesn't go up, an angel or a kitten dies. So, all right, everyone. If I refresh this and it doesn't go up, unfortunately,
That's okay. I'll take it out on Dennis later when I see him tomorrow at the movie.
No!
Yeah, we're seeing Deadpool Wolverine tomorrow.
Oh, look at that. Thank you, guys.
It did.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yes. You did,
Thank you,
Anakin.
guys.
Well done.
Right.
Thank you, everyone.
We're $536 away from unlocking that $50,000 tier. Very close.
That's right. And doing math on the fly like that's very hard for Dennis. So kudos.
Yeah, usually Andy has to take off his shoes.
I didn't even see you type into a calculator. That's how good you were.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna assume that was correct math because I could.
Yes, it
There's
was.
a reason I'm an artist. Yeah, there's a reason I'm an artist. So I'll trust you. Yeah, $500 something to 50K. Let's get this campaign to 50K. Woo!
That's right. We're close. That way it unlocks the playable character card for Vordoom the Undying.
And then we can put up the next stretch goal. By the way, the dude from Squid Game and the Acolyte, he's the main character in Squid Game. The main contestant.
I don't know his name in that either. I don't know.
No, I know you. I don't know his name either. I just looked it up. He's literally the main character in Squid Game. So now I'm going to have to either watch a clip of this dude in the Acolyte on YouTube or suffer through an episode just so I can hear this guy speak English. Because I'm so interested in hearing him do that.
Well, he speaks English better than you do, so you should.
You son of a bitch.
I watched some clips. It's not bad. Like he's intelligible. It's much better than Firefly Chinese. I'll say that. So I approve. A+.
All right.
A+, especially for 6 months of training.
It's funny. I knew you were gonna. When I said Firefly, I knew you were gonna complain about it. I just knew you were.
Damn it! How did you know? I mean, it's honestly just ridiculous. It doesn't take that much work. It's only like 2 lines. Why can't you just practice? Get it right.
It's just 2 lines.
Find a Chinese person and ask them. Oh my god. Okay. I'll move on.
You're like, it's just 2 lines. Damn it.
It's just 2 lines.
2 effing lines, you bastard.
Yeah,
I like the show. The show is good.
It's not Nathan Fillion doing
otherwise it would be Serenity the movie.
Wait. Is it Nathan Fillion doing the lines bad or somebody else?
Well, all of them. They all speak it at some point.
Nobody says the lines right, especially Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, no. I say, I don't know. What about Summer Glau? Summer Glau, she does things pretty good.
I don't remember.
Wow, what happened to her?
Since I don't remember, she probably actually did it right. Probably got tired of Hollywood and is living like a sane, normal person, which is probably good.
Hopefully.
Did you guys know that Jessica Alba just like left Hollywood and is like just like a family person now, has her own business? I'm like, good for you. Hollywood is disgusting.
Except
she just had a movie. She just had a movie come out on Netflix.
Yeah, I was just going to say she just came out with a movie. First one I've seen her in a
Never mind. Never mind. Guess she needed money.
Damn it! I need some money. I'll go make a movie for Netflix.
Yeah, that's how it is. She'll be back. They always come back. Oh well. Hollywood, the terrible black hole that sucks everybody in.
Yeah.
Why? Okay. Everyone who's typing simplified Chinese in chat is getting soft canceled by me. Only for this.
Soft canceled.
I oppose cancel culture, but I'm not against it for using simplified Chinese in my chat.
In the private chat, I put the link for the Christmas Miracle.
Oh, okay. I will.
So to make it nice and easy for you.
Now I have no excuse. Open a new tab. For the Christmas Miracle. Okay. I thought you were talking about the Looney Tunes thing. Okay, this is for the other campaign.
No Looney Tunes. I
Cool.
won't
Let me get
watching Looney Tunes.
I will get this pulled up so we can take a look at the all ages version.
That's right.
KOR-DRATH. Let's take a look. Switch to this tab. There we go.
It's a fun little one. I even did the trailer for this one myself. I'm pretty proud of myself, I must say too. I get a kick out every time I watch it just because of the music. Christmas in July.
His arm grew an extra 6 inches from all the back padding that he was padding himself with. His arm
that wasn't my arm, Dennis.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna play this trailer.
Okay.
Let's go. That's a little terrifying. With that ending.
Well, I wanted to do the after credit scene. That's my little after credit scene tease. Like, oh, wait a second, what is that guy doing in this Christmas book? But he's in it.
It's all like cutesy. I gotta say, it's a little disturbing to see KOR-DRATH all like happy and cutesy.
I know.
Like,
he is.
What's happening?
He never smiles in his main book, but in this book he smiles a lot.
No,
he's got a set of pearly whites on this one.
That's right. He's happy-go-lucky.
Yeah,
he's basically it's Christmas Eve, and he realizes he forgot to get Adriana a Christmas gift, so he has to go out on a little quest to get her the perfect Christmas gift. He comes across and meets new friends, and will he get back in time before Christmas Day to have the gift for her? And what is it? There's only one way to find out, and that's to get KOR-DRATH, A Christmas Miracle, 8.5 by 8.5 square. It's actually 28 pages, 24 pages of story, and then there's like credit page, stuff like that. So 28 pages, soft bounce, not a hardcover or anything. Children's book, and it's based on basically the format that I did, or I should say Random House does, when I did the DC kids books. And I'm drawing it in that style, and my buddy that I worked with as the colorist on those DC books is coloring this for me, or for us. And then we're doing a 36-page activity book, which is the whole story in black and white for coloring. And then we're doing some connect the dots, crossword, word search, things like that for the activity stuff.
And these are books for teaching kids how to read. It's the exact same age level that you want for your kids. So nice. Everything that even the crosswords and stuff are simple for the kids of that age. And it's perfect for them. To connect the dots. Everybody wants to connect the dots so that they can draw their own KOR-DRATH.
All right. Oh, look at that little mock-up. That's adorable.
I know. Isn't that cute?
Is that the actual book? Is that an actual picture? Or
No.
Is that a mock-up? Oh.
No, it's a mock-up.
Look at that.
Reenie, that could be you someday, Reenie.
Oh, it could with my non-existent children.
You and your two little kids.
Oh, how adorable. And he's trying to use cute babies to talk me into backing his book. Oh, dear. Damn it! The temptation. No, that's really cool. That it's grade sports specific. I don't know like the term, but it's the right.
Well, it's. I mean, it's early reader from the standpoint of, if you're 5, you could probably read it, and if you're younger than that, then your parents could just read it to you, and eventually, the kid would, once they learn to read, be able to just take it and read it themselves.
But it is the early reader level.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we are doing an adult version. So if you scroll down, you'll see a before and after. Well, you'll see both. So on the left, KOR-DRATH meets a bear on his travels and gives him some Christmas cookies because he's hungry. Nope, scroll down.
Oh.
There you go. He meets a bear, gives him some Christmas cookies. That's the child version. And in the adult version, it doesn't end so well for the bear.
That's great.
And,
I love this. This is
and there will be text at the top of that page where the bear meets his demise, but we don't want to ruin everything because obviously the text will be a little humorous. And
so there are a number of pages that are going to be very adult in there that I had to go in and make up brand new dialogue for, brand new text for those pages.
So how adult is the adult version? Like there's gore.
It's just violence. It's just violence. There's no sexy time in this. So.
Yeah.
And we did talk about it because well, the funny thing is when I was talking to some friends about it before we even launched the campaign, one of them was like, "Oh, so what you actually mean is you're doing something like that Lobo Christmas special." And I was like, "No, what do you mean?" And he goes, "With the violence." I go, "No, it's literally for kids." And he goes, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And I was telling Dennis, I'm like, maybe we should do an adult version. So we went through the 24-page story and figured out where I could redraw some pages to make it, more adult friendly like that. And keep the same story. So the story doesn't change. It's just the end consequence for
the premise is the same on both of them. It's just the actions and different things happen, but you still come out with roughly the same result. And we were talking about it on our channel we had a pretty full channel, and we were talking and we said, well, guys, we've heard a few people talk about the adult version. What do you think? And it was like everyone's like, oh yeah, adult version. Do an adult version as well. That way the kids get a book and we get something fun that we can read. So, we talked it over
and then
decided to do it.
Once your kid gets to be age appropriate, 12, 13, you can be like, remember that book as a kid? Well, here's another one that I think you'll enjoy.
Ruin their childhood for them appropriately. Wonderful.
Now you can read this one where the bear doesn't end up well. It's not a happy Christmas for the bear.
What a wonderful idea. That's genuinely hilarious. I love that. So people are asking, Christmas exists in your world. I suppose
it does for this.
Yes, in this version of the world, Christmas does exist.
Yes.
And no, I am not just also making up Hanukkah and all the other ones as well. It will just be Christmas for this. However, if this one does well enough, a bunch of people were asking in our show, would you consider doing like a Halloween one, like the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown? And you know what? We could do it for Easter. We could do it for Valentine's Day. So we will see. We just wanted to do something to see how it would come up just for kids. And it's kind of morphed into this. So this is an unknown for us. It's a new territory, and we'll see how it goes.
Bleedings.
That's great. Seasons bleedings. Very, very
well
well
done.
I
do like that. So that's just something we want to do for fun, and we'll start shipping in November. I'm done with my part of it, so the coloring is being worked on now, and
but it will be there for Christmas. So this will be available for your Christmas stockings for the whole family.
That's right.
Beautiful. I love this idea. I think that's great. Oh, you have little cutouts too. That's so cool.
Right, Dennis, show them the cutouts. Dennis, I had the printer send me a paper sample because for the cutout it has to be thicker paper, So, obviously these will be printed at a printer, but he sent me a paper sample. So I just ran it through my printer, and Dennis actually cut it out and did not cut himself in the process. So
no, I use those child-proof rounded scissors so you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Very nice.
So
one of my
KOR-DRATH, and then there's the Adriana, and next to each other they're scaled in proportion. So
that's cool. Are you gonna have the other characters? Well, I guess if you have the other characters also showing up, you'll have little standy cutouts for those.
Yeah, we could. I mean, we'll just play it by ear, see how it goes and stuff. And you know how it is with campaigns. You add stuff as it goes along and whatnot. But it prints out just like you see it, nice little blue line around it to cut through. And, the little rectangles are which you put on the base to stand them up and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
These same size as the book.
They're popular with kids stuff. So a friend of mine and actually one of my old professors, Chris Schweitzer, he does kids books and historical stuff. Yeah, he's great. And he makes these. He doesn't just make cutouts of his characters. He makes whole dioramas of them, and they're really popular with kids stuff. Yeah, he's really good at it. Like I remember he was working on a pirate book, like one of his Krogan's books, and he just built a ship. He just took some paper and built the whole ship because he's like, oh, I needed reference. Like this guy's crazy and amazing. But he makes these little cutout dolls. They're popular with kids stuff, so don't knock them.
Yeah.
Bro, what's up?
In the chat.
Brohawk's in the house.
Dave, hello. Welcome. Join us in talking about KOR-DRATH, the Christmas kid-friendly and non-kid-friendly edition.
That's right. And that's it. And there's no add-ons or anything. It's just a straightforward scroll down, pick whatever tier, and that's it.
Yep. If you want just a children's book for your kids for Christmas, or if you want the children's and activity book, you can. Or you can get all three at a discount because you want your adult version just for you. As your kids are reading, you can go sit right next to them and read your own version.
That's right. So.
And then you'll have to work extra hard to keep your kids away from seeing the adult version, which you'll definitely try to get a hold of. So.
That's right.
Sometimes.
That's right. So yeah,
cool.
Just a nice little,
great idea.
Something fun.
Very wonderful. How did you DC stand-ups as a kid on Color Forms ones? Oh, DC made those as well?
The Color Form ones, yeah. The Shrinky Dink.
Do you know wait, Rainey, do you know what Color Forms are?
No.
Oh, Rainey.
What?
Dennis, explain what a color form is.
Yeah, I'm going to find out the Shrinky Dinks.
Shrinky Dinks. You basically put them in the oven. They shrink up. Yeah.
Yeah, I do know that.
So you do.
That's
Shrinky
cool.
Dinks. Yeah. Color Form was the name of the company, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I play with Shrinky Dinks.
Yeah, because you would color them and then you put them in the oven and bake them, and then they would shrink down into.
Yeah, I play with those. I try to make
funny
stuff
because
out
as an adult, it's the one thing you could actually give to a woman that shrinks and actually makes them happy. So, I tried to sell my wife on that idea as, look, this makes you feel like a kid again, the happiness and the joy. But yeah, she wasn't having it. So what are you gonna do?
A bummer.
What
a bummer. Chloroform. Yeah, that's the
chloroform. What?
Chloroform.
That's how I used to get dates.
Oh dear.
Yeah, well, guy's got to do what he's got. It's like, hey, you want to go out with me? You don't. Oh, I dropped my handkerchief. Could you pick that up and smell it?
I know nothing of this, FBI. I am absolved of any connection to these statements.
I'm just telling you stuff Dennis told me how he got the ladies.
Here's one I've never seen before. This one's cool. I almost want to see if I can. Yeah, these were cool. Transformers, Shrinky Dinks. Bakes in 4 magical minutes. I'd never seen the Transformer ones before. That is cool.
So do you color Does it come with like liner and you color it and then you cut it out and bake them?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
I believe so. Yeah.
So they come out like a coloring. They start out, you know, they're plastic coloring book, and you sit there and you color it, and then when you're done, you put it in the oven, you bake it, and then it comes out and it shrinks down into this really cool plastic. You can put a hole in it. You could hang them as ornaments. You could put them on your window with the suction cup, whatever.
Cool. Yeah, looks like you should. Maybe you can make some of those shrinking products. I wonder if you could. I wonder if you could just. Maybe it's copyrighted. Only one company can make that. But if you could print on that, wouldn't that be a cool idea?
It would be. See, trace, color, cut. Wow, there's your trinity right there.
You can make. It would be like making standees, but mini standees, like gaming size standees. You could do that with Shrinky Dinks.
It wouldn't surprise me if you could probably buy something like that. I mean, hell, you can buy paper for your printer. I mean, it's not going to be high quality, but you can buy paper for your printer that you can, you know, print something out and iron it on a shirt now, you know?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me.
Look at that. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Shrinky Dinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like
Apple Gray Skull and everything.
That's like tabletop gaming size. You can make tabletop Shrinky Dinks.
And look, they got little stands with them, just like so. You know, I've got.
Oh boy! If he sees Star Trek, he's going to eBay.
No. I've actually got for D&D besides regular miniatures. I did go with those model where they're the plastic thin ones and they're colored on both sides. So it's got the different creatures on it. Kind of be like that. That's actually a really cool idea.
That is a cool idea. Why 18 plus Shrinky Dinks? What? No, I'd want to make like gaming figurines. I'm gonna look into that. If you can just print your own or make products from Shrinky Dinks.
Well, yeah, I'll show you.
It'll be cheaper than acrylic standees because those go to the factory. Those are really expensive. Yeah, let's go back here.
Yeah.
Never heard of these? You've never heard of these, and you're American?
Oh, come on. Well, you must be young then. You must be young. That's all I can think of. We're talking 70s, 80s, 70s and 80s. This stuff. So
those exist. I played with those. I made stuff with them in college, which isn't really played. I just like art stuff that I could throw in the oven. Yeah, I bought those at craft stores. So I think that's a cool idea. All right, let's see. Is there anything that we missed? Do you have any original art for sale?
No, just I always offer head sketch. But there's a head sketch tier. You know, if somebody wants a 7x10 head sketch of the character of their choice, or 7x10, full figure sketch of the character of their choice. That's only art stuff, original art stuff on there. So,
okay. And you have a digital edition too, which I'm sure many international backers are happy with, because I know shipping is very, very expensive right now. So that's very nice.
Yeah, we thought we'd try it this time. I mean, look, honestly, one of them's, but we've got one backer for it, and it's like, okay, that's cool. If more people that are international and want digital, but I think a lot of people really like a physical copy of a book. I mean, I do, and I buy stuff from overseas. I'm like, whatever. I really like. I've had people send me preview copies of their books as PDFs, and a guy actually asked me today, he's like, have you had a chance to read it? And I told him, I said, I'll be honest. I looked through it, I scrolled through it, and I thought it looked fantastic, but I really want to wait until I get the physical one to read it, just because I like physical stuff more. So
yeah, I think there's something special about physical books. I think especially for what we do in American comics, but for the few people who would take digital.
Yeah, if somebody wants it, it's there.
Mm-hmm. So. Travis asked, do Andy and Dennis do a indie comic promo show?
Yeah, it's the DNA show. We'll have guests on every now and then to pimp their book, basically. We'll have guests on to hang out and chat and stuff. So you can direct message me or Dennis on X or Facebook. So
all right. Yeah, Travis has a fantasy book coming out soon as well, Wrecked. So everyone can go sign up for that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
I did look at Martyred, as a matter of fact. What was it? It wasn't this week. It was, I think, this last week. I actually showed it because we were going through a lot of the stuff from Heroes Con. It was our Comic Call one. So yeah, I actually showed your book off. So looks cool.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm Martyred.
Ooh. Oh, and Travis, I gotta send you your cover. It's done. Finally. So we'll talk. Yes, I will have a cover on that book. So thank you very much, Travis. And thank you, Paul Taylor, for Canadian 10. Thank you very much for the super chat. Paul says, hail, Reenie, Andy, and Dennis. Hail. Nice to see some of my favorite creatives on the channel. Looking forward to the next KOR-DRATH saga. Hell yeah.
I am awesome.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it as well.
So did we really want to show that thing off, Andy?
Sure.
So, Reenie, are you ready to show off your stuff?
Wow, say it like that, Dennis. You sick freak.
That could be taken in. Oh, come on.
Usually I say stuff like that, but nope, here's Dennis letting it fly.
We are professionals. We're professionals here. No, we're clearly very professional, don't you know?
That's right.
Yeah, sure. You know what's funny? I had totally forgotten because we got so into talking about Christmas and D&D.
I know.
and
I know. I did too, actually.
I totally forgot. So thank you, Dennis. I want to end the show.
One of us has to keep us on track tonight.
I know. Us ADHD artists over here, just all over the place.
What? Staying on track? Self-promotion? What?
I know. What?
Yeah. So I can just pull this up in the browser, right? What am I doing?
Yeah, you should be able to share your screen, or I mean, you're already sharing your screen, so just
Yeah. Can I open this in? How do computers work, guys? Computers aren't difficult.
Very slowly.
Mac or PC?
Unfortunately, I have a PC. All right, there we go.
I have a PC too, so
do I.
And it's what I've always had.
Yeah, I refuse to use anything Apple, so that's not going to change. But after recent events, I'm like, oh, maybe I should just like switch to DOS or something. That'd be great.
Oh, right. No doubt.
I'm like, I thought I was like being cool by not using Apple, which I will still not buy Apple ever, if my life depended on it. But apparently,
don't go down that route because someday it might.
Nah. It's a meme at this point. I've never owned any Apple products. So it's just fun. It's just a fun thing to do. I will rebel. I
mean, I've always had a PC computer, so. But anyhow,
I'm just more used to it. Yeah, if you're used to it, it's hard to switch.
Yeah, exactly. That's just it. I'm used to it. I've worked on a Mac before, and it's like you said, it's what you're used to, and the key functions are different and all that. I'm just like, forget it. I like my PC. So.
Alt F4. What does that do?
I almost want to try it, Dennis. Do what he just said. Press Alt F4. See what happens.
Yeah. Definitely do that.
Dennis just goes blank. He's gone. We're like, what happened to him? Oh shit. Oh well.
Oh, that was easy.
Oh no.
Bye. What have we done? Oh, it's over.
Gang sign. That's what happens.
That's enough. That's enough suspense. So I have a thing. Here we go. Yay!
There it is. What is that? That looks like Adriana and Lilith in a little fight.
I hope
so there you go, guys. It is a cover Reenie did that we are going to be working on getting colored, and then going to be doing something with it. So there you go. That's your tease.
Yeah. Cool. What we'll do is when I probably maybe when we get to launch it and we go live with it, Reenie, we'll have to have you on the show and I think that would be a great day to do that.
Sure. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what this cover is on, and you're not sure what it'll be used for because you guys might be doing
Not yet.
No, okay. I don't want to spoil anything, so we'll just
No, not yet.
We got a couple of options,
be
so we will know in the near future.
Okay, cool. But here are the inks. Be figuring out the colors. I hope you guys like it, and it was an honor to work on this. Thank you very much for asking me. I had a lot of fun.
Of course.
These are fun characters to draw.
It was a lot of fun to draw.
All your characters are so
you got Lilith's claws perfect. I mean, I love that.
Yep.
It was very particular. You got to get the design right. That's what reference is for. It's very important.
That's right. No, you nailed it, and it's very cool seeing seeing these characters drawn by other people. So now it's 3 people. It's you, Bud, and Bart. So
awesome. All right. Cool they did an amazing job too. So that's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing them that way. So
that is one of the coolest feelings. I mean, aside from when people do get your book and they enjoy it, seeing your characters drawn by other artists is just really awesome. Even if it's in a different style. Honestly, the most interesting when it's drawn by someone with a very different style. I just love seeing their takes on it because someone put time into the art, just seeing how your characters come across. It's so cool. I love seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned out very, very, very nice. Love it.
Yay! Yeah. I'm glad you like it. Yay! Okay, so that'll be for the future. At some point, that will be a KOR-DRATH thingamajig. So keep your eye out for that. Definitely be sure to follow Andy and Dennis so you don't miss out on all the other stretch goals for KOR-DRATH The Awakening and any other new stuff coming out for KOR-DRATH, not just for this book. And be sure to let me pull up the Christmas thingamajig as well. Go over to this campaign and back this.
Also on Indiegogo, a Christmas miracle. So get a Christmas present for the kids, and then
for yourself.
The Awakening, get yourself something too.
It's funny. I don't know if you do this, Rini, but I buy books obviously just because of the artwork and stuff. And the way I got into doing the kids books for Random House using the DC characters back, decade ago, whatever it was, is, our daughter was a lot younger back then. So actually it was probably 15 years ago because we would still go to that section of the bookstore. And I had no idea that DC licensed the characters out and did books like that. And I saw them and I was like, oh my God, these are so freaking cool. So I would actually buy them for myself because, she had no interest in that stuff. And, I just did my research and figured out how to get a hold of the art director at the company. And I actually worked up a sample piece of Superman and Batman in a simpler style and colored it in a simpler style, kind of to try and match kind of what they were doing. And it worked out to where I ended up doing 7 or 8 kids books with the DC characters. So
awesome.
Yeah. My daughter, who's 21 now, will make fun of me and be like, you have kids books. Are those hard to read? And I'm like, okay, whatever. I like the art. So they're a little challenging.
It is children's books are deceptively hard to do though. It's not just the art is simpler to gauge the level that they're created by because they also have to be educational and everything. It's not just it's easy. It's I don't know. It still has to be entertaining, but age appropriate and everything. So it's a difficult thing to do, and I think it's great that you're making a kids version.
It's a different writing style. It's a different artist style. So it's a completely different process. And Maromi, believe it or not, that was one of the things we were joking about. KOR-DRATH Festivus for the rest of us. That's right. Festivus book. That would be fun.
That's right.
Feats of Strength coming your way. We can hear. Really
Never
doesn't
say
know what
never.
that is either, do you?
No, what? Festivus? Isn't that the that's the
Seinfeld.
Krampus thing?
No,
No.
Festivus is a Seinfeld reference. See, it's another thing. It's this Jerry Seinfeld from his show. It was the dad, and he created his own holiday called Festivus, where they would have the feats of strength and they would air out grievances. And it was a fantastic episode. It would be worth watching.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is. I thought it was one of those like pagan European holidays or something. I was like, that sounds like about right. Cool. It's a Seinfeld reference. Yeah, I don't know that, but awesome. You should.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Yes.
KOR-DRATH Festivus edition coming soon, everybody. Keep your eye out for that. All right.
Even fun.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Saw, but I mean, you know what Seinfeld is at least.
I do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, good.
Puffy hair sitcom.
Puffy shirt.
I don't know.
There's a puffy shirt
pirate
episode. I'm not sure.
I know
Puffy.
that.
I mean, you know, it was the 90s, so everybody had that. You know, Kramer had puffy hair.
True.
But yes.
Yeah, everyone had kind of fluffy hair. I do know the shirt because Bancroft has referenced it. That's the only reason I know it. I did not watch Seinfeld, but I did watch a lot of Friends because
there you go.
of course, I mean I'm like a 2000s kid, so I didn't see that.
So I go pivot. You know what I'm talking about.
Pivot.
Or
Pivot.
We were on a break.
Well, she said a lot, not every. Like I watched every episode of Friends,
but not
every episode of Seinfeld. So
I didn't watch every episode. We just had it on all the time at school for some inane reason. I don't know why.
God,
somebody really liked Friends at school, and they just put it on the classroom TVs all the time. That's like the only American show that I got growing up. It's completely silly. So hence my cultural lack of knowledge.
Right. Right.
Friends was the vicarious cousin Seinfeld. Oh dear. I guess that's one way to explain it. Thank you. Now I understand. Well,
that's funny.
Anyways.
Okay.
That was funny.
Yeah.
We love helping you with your references anytime, Rainey.
That's right.
Thank you.
Anytime you need help, just let us know.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I would say I will finally get caught up on my long list of American movies and shows that everybody wants me to watch, but I won't. I'm never going to be caught up. It's just
well, then just tell us, pick one. What's the first one you're going to watch here? Just tell us what the first one you're going to get caught up with. Pick a movie.
Probably Never-Ending Story, because I get yelled at all the time for not having seen that, and also Allie really likes it, and I feel guilty for not knowing it. So
did you see? I'm going to assume you saw Captain America: Winter Soldier. Did you see that movie?
No.
Jeez, never mind. There's a reference in it that I feel. Well, there's a reference in it where it's when he first meets Sam Wilson, the Falcon, and they're jogging, and Sam is talking to him about current stuff because, Cap just woke up, blah, 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 And so Cap pulls out this little notepad that he's writing things down on that he has to either watch or listen to because, he was asleep, in the ice for 70 years, whatever. And I feel like with you, it's the same thing. You get out your little notebook and you're like, oh, Seinfeld, write that down. Got to watch that. Okay. What was that? Gossamer. Yep. Got to find that cartoon. Okay. Write that down. Shrinky Dinks. Yep. Now look those up.
I know Shrinky Dinks.
Well, we got
That's the one thing I know. That's the one thing I know. Yeah. I'm lucky to get to watch all this stuff for the first time. Yeah. That's why I don't watch a lot.
I mean, that is true. I mean, I would.
Yeah,
a part of me is envious because I would like to be able to go, oh, I never knew of that, and then experience it for the first time at like this age. But, well, Dennis, for instance, experienced the movie for the first time a couple weeks ago. He's never seen before. Not Sleepless in Seattle.
Keep going.
God damn it. Now I'm blanking on it. Oh, When Harry Met Sally.
There it is.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh my
See,
God.
I feel
you
better.
just kick me from the stream. Just kick me then. You two.
No! I have seen Princess Bride. I have seen Princess
When
Bride.
Harry Met Sally is a famous Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan movie, and there's a famous scene in it where they're at a diner, and you know who Billy Crystal is, I take it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Good night, everybody. It was fun. Thank you, Rini. I'm gonna kick myself now.
Have you seen Princess Bride?
Yeah.
He was the married couple. He was the old guy. Oh, to blade.
Oh, okay.
That is Billy Crystal in a lot of makeup.
Okay, I know now. I have seen Princess Bride. Yeah, I have. I've seen one of the aliens. One of them.
Okay, so all right. You know what? Hold on. Before we go, because I know we're winding down, but before we go, hold on. I'm gonna find the famous scene so you can watch it.
Okay.
It's from When Harry Met Sally. You've actually, when I show it, you might even go, "Holy shit, I have seen that."
Yeah, you know what's funny is I've seen people have sent me so many scenes, and I just through osmosis know so many memes. Like I know the idea, like the references, but I haven't seen the movies that a lot of memes are and clips are from.
Right.
This makes no sense.
All right, let me see if this is it. Hold on, I'm going to watch it first just to make sure this is the right one.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is there are so many references and parodies of the scene. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that, but I never did see the original movie that it was in. Yes, and yeah, it's a chick flick. So, you know, I've seen a lot of them with my wife, but never that one until now.
Okay.
All right, here, I'll share my screen.
Okay.
I can't believe how young. God, I haven't seen this movie. I have not seen this movie in so long. Now, this movie's like 30-something years old. I have not seen this movie in so long that just look at this clip, seeing Billy Crystal and how young he is. Holy crap.
And Meg Ryan, that's probably the best she's ever looked. She was phenomenal.
Isn't it weird realizing how movies that feel like you feel like you just saw yesterday, they're super old now?
Yeah.
I'm starting to get that.
So I did share my audio, so let me just turn it up. All right. This is it's like 3 minutes long, but we should be fine.
Some woman you had to get up out of bed and leave at 3 o'clock in the morning.
We'll just talk over it.
And you don't even have a fireplace.
That's true.
Not
until
that I
we
would
get
know
to
this.
the scene.
Why are you getting
fair use, fair use, fair use.
You are a
That's
human.
right.
All women, and I am a woman.
Hey, I don't feel great about this, but I don't hear anyone complaining.
Hold on.
Of course not. You're out the door too
Let me
fast.
get to it. Let's see.
Look at
We
that
don't need all
hair.
3 minutes of it. I
Go
know.
back to the hair.
Well, wait, this is it. Let me get back to the setup. Okay.
Well, they haven't affected with me.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Because, all right.
Oh.
Here's the setup. The setup is Billy Crystal's like, look, a woman has never faked it with me. And she's like, how do you know? And he just goes, because I know. So that leads into this famous scene.
I forgot. You're a man.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It's just that all men are sure it never happened to them, and most women at one time or another have done it, so you do the math.
You don't think that I can tell a difference?
No.
Get out of here.
What does she just start thinking it right there? Is that okay for you too?
Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, God.
Look at Billy Crystal.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh. Oh.
Everyone is looking.
Yes! Yes! Oh, God. Oh.
Wait, there was a scene like that in Rome.
Yes.
Was that a reference to this?
I
Yes,
have no
there's
idea.
a lot of references in movies and pop culture that references that scene.
There was a scene like this in Rome, and I love Rome. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So I got the
they've
clue that the
used
scene
this
was
scene.
Okay.
It's a great movie overall. It's a really good movie. So
It was.
But
fun.
Dennis, I learned a couple weeks ago, we were talking about it on a stream, and he goes, "Oh, I've never seen that movie." And I was like, "You give me shit for never seeing E.T. and you haven't seen When Harry Met Sally, you freaking weirdo." So he went home and watched it with his wife, who's like, "Yeah, I've seen it multiple times."
Yeah, because we had it was the one where we had Abra and Belle Winters on the show,
Right.
and he goes, everybody has seen this, and and we put it out in the chat, and a lot of the guys had
Everybody saw it.
all the way. No, and you can go back. There's proof. Go look at the comments on it.
Oh yeah, like two people.
That said, no, there were more than that.
Yeah.
See,
No.
haven't seen E.T., right?
No, he has.
Everybody's
Oh
seen
no, he's
E.T.
question
that's
mark.
normal.
No, I've only seen parts of it because I don't care about some stupid looking little alien.
You have not seen E.T. Either?
Don't waste your time, Rini. Just watch the trailer and then realize you don't need to.
No, Rini. It has the kids are even starting the movie playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's a theme.
The best thing about E.T. is Reese's Pieces. That's the best thing about that movie is that candy. Other than that,
especially when you call it Pieces because it's Reese's Pieces.
Whatever. It's a dumb movie with a dumb alien.
It's a great movie, Rini. You do need to see it.
I've seen Stranger Things that references all of those things.
See, that's all you need. Stranger Things is good.
Yeah. They had like one weird
all you
season,
need.
but it's a good show. Yeah. A man called Plush for $2. Thank you very much. We were a proper country of cinema once. Yes. Yes. That is true. I don't know, just because like, when you get older, you're like everything new is shit, but I do think everything new is shit. Hollywood has kind of turned into trash. Very unfortunate.
It is few and far between, but
No, I won't. Dangle still did ask me to show his cover, so if that is okay, if you want me to show your cover, I can do that. Then we can wrap things up because it's been a good show.
Yes, it has.
But I can close it off with another cover reveal. We're full of cover reveals today. Dun dun dun, and this is traditionally done.
Ooh, you need to full screen that sucker so we can see it.
Let me turn that up a bit.
Ooh,
there we go.
Is that dude missing a hand?
He's missing a whole arm.
Gross.
Oh yeah.
Oh, his eyeballs popped out.
Yeah, and all the slashes. Woo!
He's gurgling.
Yeah.
It's nice. Very nice.
Out his guts. It's fun. I love drawing gore. Look at that eyeball.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
my eyeball popping out sound. So I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I like the gooey stuff coming out around the eye too.
Yeah, that's fun. I enjoyed this. It's finally done. We've been waiting on this for a while, Travis. Thank you very much for the commission.
That's cool.
Yeah, I hope you like it. So there you go.
Very nice.
I shall be sending this to you. Mucho gracias. And everyone, go sign up for Wrecked. You will be able to get this book very, very soon. So there you go. All right. That does it. That does it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this episode of... I'm just going to go back to calling this show HELLION ARTSHOW because I was thinking of changing the name, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Join me again next week. I'm getting back into the groove of things, not group of things. I have like all of next month booked, so lots of promo shows. Let me take a quick look and see what next week will be. I took a bit of a break, but the promo shows are coming back next week. Is that the first? Whatever the first is. Yeah, it is.
No.
Yep.
Oh, the 31st.
No, it's the 31st. It's the 31st.
Okay. I might have to confirm with Adam Lawson because I wrote down the first. That might have been my mistake. But yeah, it should be Adam Lawson next week, whichever day we do the show on. And then we've got 656 and Project Analysis later on in August. So it's going to be a booked month. Lots of shows coming up. So tune in again. The Wednesday shows are coming back. And I will see you all then. And also tomorrow, Creative Block, of course. It's my show with Jake and Phil and Narwhal. So join us again. I think it's going to be on Jake's channel tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. So I will see you over there. And don't forget to back KOR-DRATH, The Awakening, that is now on Indiegogo. And also check out Fiendish, fiendishcomic.com. We are, RJ just invoiced me for like the last batch of books for 2.5. So we're finally done, or we're finally actually wrapping up the fulfillment. I'm very happy about that. But if you missed out on any of the campaigns, you can still get the books on the website, fiendishcomic.com. So you can go there and check out everything and also indulge in all the world building that I put on the website. All right. And follow Andy and Dennis. Anything else you guys want to shout out?
There you go. Andy Smith Art on Twitter, X, whatever, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and yeah, follow, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff.
Yep. And for me on YouTube, it's at Dennis Turner, and on it's Dinja Comics at on X/Twitter, whichever you still call it.
Yep.
All right. Wonderful. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.